Welcome to the second episode of The Hive. Our first story covers a very serious topic: the bathrooms. Recently, Lebanon High School was having an issue with the restrooms by the main office.
Kevin Lowry, high school principal. We've had a problem over the past few years with a terrible odor coming from our main entrance restrooms. We're not really for sure why the smell is lingering in our restrooms, but we think it might have something to do with the grease traps in the kitchen area. So the district has purchased some new enzymes that we are pouring in our drains and in our grease traps, and hopefully that will help solve the problem very soon.
So really what we've been doing as workers here in the office is reporting the odor, looking for any kind of patterns of things.
It's sadly not something that the administrators can do or have time to do because they are busy running the school and dealing with parents, discipline issues, everything like that.
They've done different kinds of tests, and it's definitely something that we're problem solving our way through.
We're trying to isolate the problem. We've been working on this for the last year, and we're in the process of getting enzyme cleaner. We've been using that for several months now, and if this doesn't fix the problem, then we're going to be looking at digging up the parking lot and rerunning a drain line to the main line straight from the kitchen.
And of course our plumbing is very old.
We pump the grease trap way more than recommended,
and we just have to kind of deal with it each and every day.
Okay, we're just hooking the grease trap into the main line, so hopefully, you know, it they don't stop up here so bad, and you know, it runs better and runs smoother, so the drains from the kitchen can work better. All I know is they said they've been stopping up a lot, and they're trying to do this different way.
Wrestling season has begun. Here are some highlights from some of the past wrestling events.
I'm here with Cole Patton, sophomore wrestler. We're gonna have a pretty good team this year. Our bottom 3 weight classes are really good. We're having a couple more guys step up in the upper weight classes this year. Haven't wrestled the last couple years, but I feel like we're gonna be better. I think we're dropping to class 3, so we're gonna have lesser competition, but we're gonna have a better team. 113, because it was the easiest one to make varsity at. Since I was 6, yes. If I can get a scholarship and it pays for my college, yes, I do want to go somewhere for wrestling. World peace.
I'm a senior. So excited for wrestling.
What weight are you going?
I want to wrestle 195.
Why do you choose that weight class?
Because that's where I.
Do you think you're that weight class this year?
I don't know.
Do you know your competition yet?
I'm gonna beat the snot out of Race Cotton Gim.
A couple of students from the Hive News team run around the school and ask some students and teachers about their opinions on the price of school parking passes.
Parking passes for a full year are $30.
Why do they cost that much?
2 reasons. Number 1, parking lots don't pay themselves. Number 2 is we're doing our best to get our parking lots covered by security cameras, so that when someone does choose to use that parking lot, we're doing our best to make sure that those cars are covered, and if something happens, then we can actually try to help kids with it.
And where does this money go to?
Once again, parking lot, paving, and security cameras.
And how much does, if a student gets a ticket, how much would that cost?
First ticket is $10, second one's $15, third one's $25.
What happens after they've gotten 3 tickets and they're still parking?
If they're still doing it, then it turns in the third one. They're notified it's an insubordination problem, so they would get another ticket, a fourth ticket, at another $25 plus an insubordination referral.
And what happens if these students don't pay their tickets?
They don't get their stuff at graduation. They also don't get to go to some dances and so forth.
Do you think we should have parking passes and why?
I think we should have parking passes because anybody could park in high school if they didn't have one.
If you're not in a sport or any clubs, do you think you should have a parking pass?
No, you shouldn't get it free.
All right, thank you. What is your opinion on parking passes?
I think that it's a good thing because the new road that they just paved and the new parking that they just paved is really nice.
Do you think it's fair?
In a way, it's fair because everyone should have to pay one.
Have you ever gotten a ticket?
No.
Do you think we should have parking passes and why?
Yes, I think we should because that puts who drives the school into the system. They'll be able to go and look at the tags in the book and find whose it is.
If you're not in a sport or any clubs, do you think you should have a parking pass?
Yes, everyone that drives to school should pay one.
Thank you. What's your opinion on parking passes?
Parking permits are a necessity. You have to have parking passes. It's part of a kind of a regulatory thing. You've got to. One, it helps to keep maintenance on the parking lot, things like that. But it's also almost becomes a regulatory thing because do we have enough space for 1,400 cars? You know that. So you've got to have some kind of regulation there.
Do you think the parking passes are fair?
Yeah. They should be higher probably, but yeah, they're fair.
Have you ever gotten a ticket?
No.
Okay. Do you think we should have parking passes and why?
Everybody should have them, yes. Okay. Because if you don't, then if you have one group, whether it be teachers or students that do not have passes, then how do you distinguish who is a viable parker on your property or not? Because if you have an intruder or you have some other kind of a problem, then you have no way of tracking that vehicle.
There was a Lebanese photojournalist that came to Lebanon, Missouri to talk to some of our leaders about touring the United States.
Okay. Whereas our community and communities across America share a bond with the country of Lebanon, not only through name, but friendship, whereas Americans have growing social, cultural, and economic ties to the global community, as we seek to communicate with and understand our partners from different languages and culture backgrounds, the cedar tree is a fitting tribute to the country of Lebanon, its people and hospitality. Whereas the city of Lebanon seeks to renew this bond, now therefore I, Jared Carr, Mayor of City of Lebanon, do hereby proclaim September 20th, 2018 as a day of friendship between the country of Lebanon and the city of Lebanon, Missouri, USA. I urge all citizens to become familiar with and be open to learning about other nations and exploring our shared bonds. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Lebanon to be affixed to this 20th day of September 2018.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The LHS varsity football team is fighting strong through the season. Here are some of the highlights from the LHS versus Raleigh game. One of our very talented art students, TJ Richel, is currently painting a giant mural in the art hallway. Here's the scoop.
Why do you think having a mural of this size is important to our school?
Well, it wasn't originally my idea. It was actually Mr. Lowry who wanted us to do a mural in this hallway. The span of the hallway, he wanted a kind of a graffiti theme. And so I think it just adds a more like friendly nature to the atmosphere of the school and the art hallway.
I've noticed that you have like a lot of different aspects. Like I see Disney and Harry Potter, and right now you're painting Gandalf from The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Why did you pick those types of things to include?
Well, that's just kind of the way I am. I'm kind of a nerd and a geek, so I like these kind of stories, these books and movies kind of things. But it also kind of gives, again, that fun-loving nature, less strict and more of the fun part of learning. You learn things through stories as well as academia.
How do you think that having a mural in the art hallway would affect those in our school that aren't necessarily as interested in art?
Well, the thing about art, it doesn't always have to be that strict, have a deep underlying meaning, you know, I respect that opinion in others, but I feel like art should be fun as well as emotional. And some of the things in here are a little bit low-key emotional for me. Like I have memories with all of these stories and movies and books and things. So that is a message that I want to show. I hope everyone else likes it.
I'm liking it so far, and right now it's just like this brick color.
Yeah, I'm getting there.